Hello my dear juniors, welcome to 360 class. Today in this problem solving series, we are going to discuss the problems related to salts. So let's kick off the problems. The first problem is, what is a salt? A salt is a compound formed from an acid by the replacement of the hydrogen in acid by a metal. For example, NaCl is a salt. NaCl is a salt. It's a salt. Okay, salt. When we replace H from hydrochloric acid by Na, we get what? NaCl plus H2 case. Okay, so a salt is a compound. It's a compound. Okay, formed from an acid. Okay, which is forming from acid, hydrochloric acid. Okay, by the replacement of hydrogen. Okay, in acid by a metal. So this metal is replacing this hydrogen from this acid and gives us what? A salt, that is NaCl. Salts are also formed when acids react with bases, which we have already learned in our previous lecture of this problem solving series. So for example, NaOH plus H2SO4, NaOH which is a base, okay, and H2SO4 which is an acid. Okay, so these two react and gives us what? Sodium sulfate, that is salt. Okay, so this is all about salts. So next problem is, what do you mean by family of salts? Family of salts. The answer is, the salts having same positive ions or negative ions are said to belongs to our family of salts. Okay, for example, NaCl, that is sodium chloride, and sodium sulfate, which belongs to the same family. Okay, same family of sodium, same family of sodium. Why? Because both the compounds contains what? A positive ion, that is sodium. A positive ion, that is sodium. Okay, so these two belongs to a same family. And one more example is that NaCl, sodium chloride, and potassium chloride, that is KCl, both belongs to some family of chlorine. Why? Because both the compounds contains the same negative ions, that is Cl. Okay, chlorine. Okay, so this belongs to the same family of salts. Now the next problem is, pH value of NaCl is ammonium chloride and sodium carbonate. Okay, so the answer will be, the pH value of NaCl is 7, which is neutral. Then ammonium chloride is 6 and sodium carbonate is 9. So from this we can say that the salts are not always neutral in nature. Okay, they may be acidic, they may be neutral, and they may be basic in nature. So when we obtain salts by reacting bases and acids, okay, if the acid is strong acid and the basis is weak basis, then the salt form is what? Acidic in nature. If the base is strong and acid is weak, then the salt form is what? Salt form is basic in nature. Okay, so the next problem is, write the formula of the salts given below and identify the acids and bases from which these salts may be obtained. So number A is potassium sulfate, that is K2SO4. Then barium chloride, that is sodium chloride. Okay, sodium chloride, not barium, sodium, that is NaCl. Then number C is sodium sulfate, that is Na2SO4. Then calcium sulfate, that is number D, calcium sulfate, CaSO4. These are the formula of the salts. Okay, now acid. Okay, acid will be, okay, acid H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, and base will be KOH. And in case of NaCl, acid is base, acid is HCl, acid is HCl, then base is what? NaOH. In case of sodium sulfate, base is you can say acid is H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid, and base is what? NaOH. And in case of calcium sulfate acid is what? Acid is H2SO4 and base is calcium hydroxide. Okay, calcium hydroxide. Okay, so these are the salts and these are the acids and these are the bases. Okay, so this is all about today's video. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please like, share, comment and subscribe the channel. So thank you for the watching.